today we are working on lesson 130 in the red LLI. You guys don't need to know about the lesson. I'm just telling that so she knows. Okay. So yesterday we read Growing a Giant. Okay. What did you guys think of the book?
It was great.
It was great. Do you guys think that you could maybe grow a giant pumpkin and win a contest one day?
I don't think so. I don't have that much stuff to do all of that.
You don't need much stuff though.
You can just get pumpkin seed and water.
Yeah.
You can do things. You just need 2 things.
Yeah, it's not like you need a magic wand to grow it,
Yeah,
right?
magic wands don't exist. Not in my
So
series.
I want you guys to just scan through the book a little bit. And we know that when you grow something, it takes time and it takes patience, correct? Now, lots of the times, authors show time passing in different ways. I want you guys to see if you can show me something, so cite the text, show me something, an example of how the author shows time passing. It's not just like, I planted the seed, oh, it's a giant pumpkin. How does the author show that it takes time to grow the pumpkin? What are some words that the author uses in the story to show that time has passed? That it has taken a couple days, it's taken a week, it's taken months, a year. What words, look in here, and what are some words that the author uses to show time is passing? If you look at page 3, you can kind of see some examples right there on page 3 of what the author does. Maybe reread page 3, really look at that second paragraph and tell me how you know time has passed. Okay, after reading the second paragraph on page 3, do any of you see how they're telling us that time has passed? What do you see, Corey? What does it say? What? Okay, it says, but 14 years later. So you know that 14 years have gone by, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and let's flip over to page 7. And look at that top paragraph on page 7, please, Tyler. Look at that top paragraph and how much time has passed in this paragraph.
6 months.
Yes, how do you know that?
It says it right there.
What does it say?
6 months after first year.
Very good. So 6 months after shows that 6 months have passed, okay? All right, Dylan, can you put your book flat down on the table so I can help you if I need to help you? Let's look at page 9 now. Go ahead and look at that top sentence, the first sentence on page 9. How does it show us, Timmy, that time has passed on page 9?
Over 30 years later, Landon Stewart broke the British record.
Very good. Very good. It shows that it took over 30 years. So lots of the sentences start with time passing, and that just shows that it takes time. You need to be patient. And hey, maybe if you enter a contest this year, you're not going to win. But maybe 14 years later or 13 years later, you will win, correct?
Maybe.
And maybe never, okay? All right. Now, we are going to do a little bit of writing. After we read this book, we know that these people had a goal. Dylan, I need you paying attention here, please. These people had a goal. Their goal was to grow the biggest pumpkin they could and to actually win the contest, right?
They wanted to win the contest so they could break a record.
They wanted to break a record. Did they win every contest that day?
No.
So after they entered their pumpkin in a contest and they didn't win, why didn't they give up and say, oh, I lost, I'm not doing this again? Why do you think they kept on trying? Timmy?
Probably because maybe you should keep trying because maybe your pumpkin wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
So you should keep growing it and it could get bigger and bigger.
Well, if you entered a pumpkin, you've picked your pumpkin. Can you keep growing it?
Oh,
No, you need to start all over, right? But maybe next time it could. And if they didn't win, should they just quit and walk away? Or should they try harder? Try again. Do you think maybe they really, really want to win and that's why they keep trying? Yeah, okay. Hannah.
You just don't give up on your dreams just like a snack. You need to keep on trying until
You're
you get
absolutely
it right.
right. You need to work hard and hard. Yeah, Paola.
And sometimes contests are all about having fun.
Yeah, and they have fun. You're absolutely right. It's not just about winning. Today we are going to write a paragraph in our notebooks. I'm going to give you a little bit of time to work on it back here, and you should have enough time to finish it if you're working hard, okay? I want you guys to write a paragraph telling me why people keep growing giant pumpkins, even if they don't win. And please cite the text in your paragraph. So you can start with an I think. I think people continue to grow pumpkins because, and then you're going to cite some evidence. You're going to support your opinion. I am so happy that lots of you started writing already. I have a quick reminder. Please make sure you start with a,
Capital.
end with a,
Period.
use the book if you need to use the book. Yes, Edith.
Can you add like a word in here if it's missing one or not?
Yes, you may.
Can I go to the bathroom?
You. Why do they keep growing pumpkins even if they don't win? How many sentences should we have in our paragraph?
3.
At least 3.
4. We do 5.
Okay, for this it's just at least 3. It's just a quick paragraph. If you're stuck on a word, remember it's always a great thing to look back at the text to find that word in the text. Okay, so we're going to end that sentence with a, and now you're going to cite the text and give me some details from the text about the people that keep growing them, okay? Why else? Because it's fun, but what other reasons are they entering these contests over and over again? If you don't win it, do you think next year maybe they're going to even want to try harder and grow a bigger pumpkin to win? So let's put that in words in our paragraph, okay? Remember, if we need help citing the text and how to know, you go back to the text and there's our sentence starters up there. The author wrote, the graphic showed. An example is, in the text it said, I know because. On page blank it said, I read, okay? Come on, Dylan. Gotta write it on the paper. Now can you cite the text for me?
Do I stop here?
No, keep going, okay?
Oh, okay.
that's a good sentence, but now see if you can come up with your third sentence by citing the text. I read, the author wrote, the graphic showed. Tell me something that has to do with continuing. Come on, Dylan. You have 2 sentences. How many do we need? Good job, Corey. Corey, do you want to share what you wrote with the rest of the group?
I think people keep growing big pumpkins even if they don't win the contest. Then they will try next year.
Okay, so you've got 1 good sentence, and that's going to be your opinion. So that's telling me why you think they continue to grow the pumpkins. Now, I need you to kind of look back here and tell me something else. So let's think of some ideas now, okay? Dylan, I need you to work, otherwise we're going to have to do it later. So remember, you guys told me when we talked about this that they continue to grow pumpkins because they want to win the next year, because they enjoy doing it, because they want to win a contest. They want to break a record, okay? And how can we cite the text? Well, we can go back in the text and we can say, I don't know, in the text it says that Ian, 13 years later, finally grew a pumpkin that broke a record. And I don't think it really says that, but I'm just trying to show you how to cite the text, okay? Or over 30 years later, Ian and Stuart broke the British record in 2008, okay? Did they win every contest?
No.
No, but they didn't give up, and over 30 years later, the text says they finally won a contest. If they gave up, they would have never won that contest, and it took them 30 years to win it, okay? So that's the kind of thing we need to write to support our answer in our opinion. It is. Okay, I'm going to give you guys about 1 more minute, and then we're going to start working on our next book, okay? And if you're not done, this becomes your daily 5 work, and I will review it with you tomorrow. You know. Dylan Jones, I need you to sit up straight and to start working, otherwise you're going to have to take it next door. 5, 4, 3. Thank you. It starts with a good attitude. If you have a good attitude, then you're going to produce great work. Okay? Sit up straight. Are you done, Corey? Did you cite the text? No. That's just 1 sentence you have. We need to cite the text, okay?
Okay.
Well, is that going to prove how they didn't give up? You can't just write something. You've got to make sure it's answering the question that I asked you to write about. I love how you're rereading your work to me and making corrections on your own. Great job.
Then I say, and then describe them, and they're trying to.
You can write that, but you need to explicitly cite the text to cite the text. Girls, make sure you're getting your menus done, okay? All right, let's finish up the sentence we're working on, and then you guys can take this back to your desks to do, and we'll review it tomorrow. Everybody can share out tomorrow. So it's an expectation that you're going to finish this. You finished yours, good job. Do you want to share it? So everybody can see, get some ideas?